thing is that I always do the intro.
Literally every single time.
I'm
pretty sure at least for the last like 5.
Okay, fine, I'll do it. Okay, guys.
Plus here.
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to this Christmassy podcast. 2 days, 1 more week till Christmas, guys. And we'll be there shortly, and you'll soon get all your Legos under your tree, and you'll be happy as can be, and your cheeks will be red and shiny. Regardless, I'm Methuselah. I'm joined with my co-host Daniel Lewa, and we're actually going to be just like diving in today. And the keyword of the day is what?
Spider-Man, and generally
I would say
Marvel.
Marvel. Yeah, I would say Marvel is the word of the day. The word Marvel may be cringe to you because of the MCU, or you could be really warm-hearted and you have love these characters that you really love. But let's start with the minifigure of the week. I already got mine, and in honor of today, it's actually Daredevil.
I love out of focus Daredevil.
Only comes with one set. Not trying to brag, but I have it. Not the craziest detailed figure, but he gets the job done. Black Panther ears on backwards. 2 of his, I forgot the official name. He's awesome. What about you?
So I'm going with the worst theme of all time, aka the best theme of all time video. This is the Dragon Guitarist from video. It is just amazing from a minifigure standpoint. Look, it's the guitar from
Marvel.
Coco.
That's not even
It's
Marvel.
the guitar from Coco, and he has wings and everything. It's just dope. There's nothing too crazy, like no side leg printing, no side arm printing, but the face looks great, and molded head for video is awesome. And it's shiny.
So every acoustic guitar is the guitar from Coco now? Have mercy on me. Anyways, I thought you would have chose a Marvel one for this particular episode.
Wow, imagine. I don't have a Marvel character to use. Oh, never mind. I have the CMFs. Never mind.
That's funny. You don't have a single Marvel set, and I don't have a single Ninjago set. We complete each other in this regard.
That is very true.
But speaking of Marvel, there's these groundbreaking sets that they sort of like crack the surface and they crack the foundation of what it means to be a Lego fan and what it means to be a Lego Marvel fan. So we're just going
You didn't need to say crack that many times.
Boy. Anyways, let's just dive into this. Set number, who cares? It's the Green Goblin Showdown. We need Daniel's thoughts on this set immediately.
I don't have any thoughts on this set. No, my only thought is this. I thought Ninjago had oversized trikes. This is the most oversized little buggy I've ever seen. I cannot believe this.
Well, here's the difference. This is actually a 4+ set. Ninjago is actually, well, who knows?
Everyone gives me a hard time for liking Ninjago anyway because it's for babies, so I might as well like this too.
Okay, well, this is legitimately made for babies for choking hazards. So if the trike is oversized, it's okay because the babies won't choke on the pieces. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Green Goblin with short legs. He looks really cartoony. Definitely, if you're a figure collector, I don't think this is one to get.
Now, you've seen part of the show, haven't you? I know we know people who have. I've never watched it myself. This is from Spidey and His Amazing Friends, or at least that's what it's based off of.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not hating on this either because I know they're junior sets, and trying to think from an infant perspective or 4-year-old, this could be pretty fire because you get enemy plus I love the big web, how easy that's going to be to attach to things and put over people. So definitely not hating on this. Yeah, Spidey and His Amazing Friends, which is a modern day reboot of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, which is an older cartoon. So I haven't seen the show. I am a fan of the show already because of it's definitely geared towards kids. I think it does a good job. This next one is definitely the one. I think if you're an adult and you're going to get any of these junior sets, the Hulk vs. Rhino truck showdown. Because this Rhino headpiece is pretty fire. And just the fact that you can have a Rhino. Now, Daniel did inform me there was a Rhino released in 2015. Oh, that was the mech
Yeah.
Rhino, right?
It's a mech with just kind of a bland minifigure sitting inside. So this is a minifigure wise, I would say this is an upgrade because you get the excellent helmet and everything on top. So even if it is a junior's build, this is a great Rhino figure.
Yeah.
At least better, the best one we've had so far.
And I would kind of get it for the Hulk as well, too, because I'm pretty sure there's Hulk minifigures out there that aren't big figs. But
Oh yeah.
I love the minifigure version of Thanos rather than the big fig Thanos. And I think this hairpiece is unique on Hulk as well. So I am a fan
Yeah,
of this.
yeah. It's the first time we're seeing that hairpiece on Hulk, but it's been used in other sets and other colors.
It'll just be more fun to have this Rhino on the Daily Bugle rather than like that brick built one, in my opinion.
Definitely. And I do like having minifig versions of big fig characters because, as we've kind of talked about before with Sandy from Monkey Kid, there's just not a lot you can do with big figs. I mean, yeah, it's cool because they're big and they can seem imposing, but they're just like a big block of plastic and you can't put them in a lot of vehicles and everything. This is just a nice way to go about it. And Sandy has minifigs now too. So it's great. Hulk and Sandy can be friends. Fantastic.
From a kid's perspective, it'll be fun to clash these. Look, you got the fists on the front and the big horn. It'll be fun to slam them together.
This isn't the first Hulk vehicle we've got with hands mounted on the front. From the Big Fig, that's the Big Fig hands.
Hmm.
And it's funny that that's what they keep doing for these kind of junior builds is putting Big Fig hands on the front of his vehicles.
Well, Hulk smash, apparently. And the Spider Man backpack is great. Great. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at it. This one might be the second best one because we do have the girl version of Doc Ock. This is called Spider Man at Doc Ock's lab. And the other thing that I'm most interested in besides Rhino is this piece here of the little spider drone, which kind of is reminiscent of a Spider-Man ride in Avengers Campus, where they have those little spider things you're supposed to shoot or whatever. I
Oh yeah.
I never been on the ride, but that just one by one kind of piece would be a fun Easter egg, I think, on the Daily Bugle. Now, not everything's about the Daily Bugle, but
In your world, it is.
in
You
my
even have a
world,
little sticker with that same spider creature on it.
yeah,
It's kind of cool.
definitely fire. So interesting hairpiece on this woman.
I've never seen that before. That looks new. So I'm very interested to see what that looks like in real life.
I'm not a big fan of the Gwen or Miles in this series because Miles just has the plain red legs, plain purple. Um,
Yeah.
there's just cooler Gwen, Miles, and Spider-Man figures already out. But
But this is a great way, at least I don't have hardly any of the medium legs, but so many of these sets come with the medium legs in a bunch of different colors, like Green Goblin and the Gwen and all of these characters. They have the medium legs, which are short but still bend. Those legs are awesome. So to be getting more of those in different colors is fantastic.
that actually does that actually is a really good point because when will you get purple medium legs? Also, I think this lady has medium legs as well, or not? I forgot. Last one, Spider-Man Web Quarters Hangout. Green Goblin again, Miles again, Gwen again, Spider-Man again. But a very interesting looking Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel.
Very sad. Look,
So
we've only had Kamala Khan once before, and she actually had giant long arms. It was in set they called Captain America Jet Pursuit from 4 years ago,
yeah,
which is a cool set, and she has giant arms and everything. But this is an interesting juniorized take on it.
yeah. I feel like if I was a kid still, I'd still be looking at this one So that might be the W of the series. But
But
this,
why is it that Spider-Man has two basketball like bat caves within the same year released? That's what I'm wondering. Did you notice
you didn't
that?
know Spider-Man's a baller? Oh, yes, he
Well,
is.
I do now.
This one I feel like is a little more on the girl side as well, which is nice. It's not just boys toy only. We got two girls, three guys. I like that little
Balance.
boat build. The boat build is unique for Spider Gwen. Cool pink pieces.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So that's that.
So I do have to say this about 4+ sets. Okay.
Let's hear it.
We a lot okay, a lot has been made, especially among AFOLs, adult fans of Lego because they're entitled, including us, about junior builds because it's like, oh, it's taking up a spot or oh, it's not exactly what I want. Well, that's true. But this is a good starting place for young builders like 4+, like think about when you were 4, what were you building with? But at the same time, my first set, I was like 4 or 5, was the was like the Endor set, was it Stormtrooper speeders. That was awesome, and it wasn't juniorized at all. It was just like a normal set, and I think so there's a risk in marketing things specifically for young kids and having it look very kid-like because kids are smart and they can identify. Like I remember when I was that age, I didn't want to play like Pictionary Junior because I'm like, I'm not a baby, right? And so hopefully, I mean, just labeling it 4+ is good because it's not like, oh, this is juniors specifically. Um, but having kind of maybe a little more basic and maybe a little more kid-like might be a turnoff to some kids who are like, don't want to feel like they're being talked down to. They want the big boy sets kind of. I'm not saying that's a bad thing to have this 4+ sets, but that is something to be aware of. Lego, I think that
And to the
that's
people,
the
if there's
case.
actually people that are mad at a 4+ sets because it's taking up a spot, quote unquote, there's people that are legitimately mad about that.
There are,
How
yes,
about
there
you
are.
get off your freaking high horse and you think about being an actual 3 year old, 4 year old? You don't want to get the freaking modular hotel and the
It's so
Adidas
true.
shoe. You guys are old and you need to remember that there are kids out there that can choke on a piece. I'm just kidding. I mean, there is still very small piece on this. Not about the choking hazard, but guy,
Big part of it, I think.
if you're
Yeah.
mad at this, then something is wrong with you. If Lego was only doing this or like a large, huge amount of it, maybe I could see how you're being mad. But like, it's like very
Exactly.
little, and I'm glad they include it for Ninjago, for Marvel, for everything, because these are something I definitely want to give my nephew when he gets of that age because it's a little more
Oh
simple,
yeah,
ease him into the addiction, um, stop complaining about it. You old farts.
exactly.
You old dusty farts need to literally grow up, which is so ironic because you're already old. If you're complaining about this, look at this. This is lit. If you were
Oh,
freaking 3 years old, I even want that big piece. You see this big piece, printed Spider-Man piece. That might be
I'm pretty
fire.
sure everything in 4+ stuff is printed because it's for little kids. So like,
Right.
I really love that piece on the bottom right, where it's like a painting of Spider-Man, Miles Morales, or like Peter Parker, Miles Morales, and Spider Gwen. That is a cool piece, even for grown-ups, I'd say.
Yeah, that and that easel or whatever it's called uh, piece as fire as well. Anyways, that's
Yeah,
enough
that's a
about
nice
the
piece.
Spider-Man Web Warriors. Spent about 14 minutes on that, but um, as Spidey and his amazing friends. Overall, I think this is a W. This wave, okay? This is a W, in my opinion.
Good stuff.
Fun for the
It's good
kids.
the juniors, well, 4+ stuff can get good, yeah, can get good quality stuff too.
Fun for the kids and everything. And they're doing it off a junior show, which is meant for kids as well. So it just makes sense. I think it fits. Anyways, the topic of today. If there was another Marvel collectible minifigure series. We all know the first one, and we all love the first one because of how just crazy detailed Marvel figures we've gotten, which we never get because every time a movie comes out, they decide to put the least effort minifigures in the world into the movie set. And they have some good figures. But this Marvel CMF really was different. So that's what me and Daniel theorize a lot is like, it was sold out like everywhere. It took a while to even get some of the packs. So you would assume that they would do another one. So the question is, who would they include if they did a second wave of the Marvel figures?
Yeah. Big wheel, I hope.
Anyways, well, the first thing we want to talk about is the ones we think they missed out on the first wave, because we did get a few misses with all the W's, and I think those main misses were, this is an opinion, Monica Rambeau, Bucky wasn't great. Who else am I missing?
Those are the main ones. Everything else was pretty on point.
Yeah, everything else was on point. I didn't love Sylvie too much, but she was cool. Um, Agatha Harkness. We needed an Agatha Harkness minifigure rather than a Monica minifigure. She was
Yeah.
the main antagonist.
Yeah, I think this is just such a fun character in the show. It would have been nice to even just have more of her in the show too, but with such an iconic look, outfit, design, everything that would really lend itself well to Lego figure. We've seen in characters like the Spider Queen or Lady Bone Demon from Monkey Kid, some of these kind of very elegant, witchy type of designs, and so I think they could easily kind of implement some of those ideas into an Agatha figure like this.
Yeah. I'm gonna admit I just rewatched WandaVision. I just rewatched the entire MCU actually, up to Shang Chi.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I did, and I
I
just
got
rewatched WandaVision. Not the best show. If you, sorry if you disagree. Pretty did not age well. Agatha's not the greatest villain, but she was kind of like one of the only somewhat cool things about this show. And not only that, she's a big villain in House of M, which is kind of what WandaVision's based on. Um, but yeah, if it's looking at her outfit and hair, I think she would have been an awesome figure.
Oh yeah,
The
definitely.
next,
And I could see them definitely making this into a next one because she has her own show coming out. So
well, that's actually
it's a
true.
definite possibility. I'm really excited for that.
That's actually true. So the hope for her is not like over.
No, no, they're still more likely now, I'd say.
Some of the characters we're gonna mention, like the hope might be over for them because their one movie was done, but they might have hope in the future and some other ones. The next, I think, most missed opportunity was Infinity Ultron. Maybe this figure would have been too crazy, too detailed. They already put like so much like zombie Captain America, all Falcon. They already put so much crazy detail into those that they didn't want to do this. But oh my gosh, this was the only good part about What If. Oh, I forgot to put. There's another really good What If character that we'll talk about.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
You already know. But wow, he was the best part, the only good part about What If, in my opinion. And man, that figure would be crazy.
It wouldn't really take too much altering from. I mean, we already have a pretty good Ultron mold for the head, and so you could kind of use that, change up the printing, and then just have some nice armoring and everything for the shoulders and body, and you could get a pretty cool, sick figure.
Yeah, I think. I mean, White Vision is
Yeah.
great. Was great, and all the figure looks really good. But as far as importance, like in the show, this guy was way important. White Vision came
Oh
for
yeah.
one
Oh yeah.
episode for a teensy bit, had a little crooked smile, and then left. Um,
Well, with this you could include the his lance that he uses and the cape and everything. Like it looked pretty elegant, like
yeah,
pretty awesome. And he's a formidable fiend in the show.
yeah, he's like beyond formidable. He's the only one, the Watcher, who is sworn to only watch the
Yeah,
multiverse, actually came out and interfered with. So
that was crazy.
that was definitely the best episode of the show. Is when he takes over. In my opinion, it's super cool. Um, there was one what if character that also had a good episode. Evil Doctor Strange. But this figure would not
Yeah,
be cool, or am I just tripping? Like, would it actually be a cool figure?
I think so because you could get like you have two options of what you could do. You could do a cloth cape and like a cloth collar, kind of like where the old Doctor Strange figures or Macaque from Monkey Kid. Or you could do a molded cape, kind of with a molded thing going on, like the new Doctor Strange figure from the new No Way Home sets. Either way, I think this would be so cool. Just like the colors, they're kind of dark reds and purples. It would be kind of similar color scheme with Agatha, but wow, it would be pretty awesome. And to get like a new Doctor Strange face print that's like all pale and creepy. This is just such a cool figure. I think it would be a really cool figure.
And I think for this one, maybe the opportunity is gone now for him, possibly.
Yeah, it's so possible. I mean, the door is open still. There's gonna be a what if season two. He could come back. And if so, then that's definitely a possibility for a
Yeah,
new.
may he maybe could come back. I feel like what if there's so much territory? I mean, like so many more crazy things you could do that's why I'm like
Yeah.
maybe his chance is over. But um, that figure would have been cool. The past three that we talked about were all villainous in a way. The Doctor Strange becomes a hero, but it was kind of missing villains in this first CMF besides White Vision, who's doo doo, and Zombie Captain America, who's a cool figure because you could think of the comics where he's actually formidable, or you could just think of What If where he gets one shotted.
Well, it's not really an excuse that they can use of like, oh, we don't want to make like more villains. Like zombie Captain America figure is gruesome. Like it's pretty gruesome. So, they could definitely go do more of these villainous figures.
Well, I just thought that's what the first wave was missing primarily.
It was.
So
We should say also spoiler warning for all of these shows. If you haven't watched Loki or WandaVision or Falcon and Winter Soldier, nah. What if? Sorry.
the Power Broker.
The
Oh,
Power Broker, we need her figure, please.
I could probably make
Please.
that out of custom, just a gray vest, black pants, blonde hair, and a cell phone saying, "Alert our buyers. Everything's on the table."
So
Anyways,
let's talk about a good character now.
let's talk about a goated character from one of the best TV shows I've seen in my life. He Who Remains from Loki. I think this figure would be. He doesn't really have any accessories. You maybe give him an apple because he was apple in a book, something like that. But it just would be cool to have, I think.
Be awesome. And you could have like a big cloak type piece again. And like this olive green purple combination is really unique. We rarely see something like that. And you could use one of the hair pieces, very similar to like the Black Panther from, well, not Black Panther, but like the T'Challa Star Lord figure from the last CMF. You could kind of use that hair piece for kind of similar.
Yeah,
It
definitely. He
would be
has a
so cool.
short hair length. It's not quite Falcon. They gave Falcon a really cool hair piece where it's like kind of as small as you can get, which is cool. Instead
Yeah.
of just having like bald with like maybe black hair printing on top. It's cool they did that, but yeah, they could give him more of a T'Challa type hair piece. This one might be a missed opportunity. He only showed up in one episode, but so did White Vision. But this guy was in charge for the
Yeah.
entire multiverse and etc.
I think it's more likely we'll be seeing his variants, his other versions come up in sets in the future for Ant-Man, Quantumania, and stuff like that. We'll
Yeah,
definitely see versions of him.
I had that in my like MCU list of characters from the MCU that could be King minifigure. We never got one, but I think it is in the future we'll get one. So we can cross our fingers that the King the Conqueror minifigure will be good.
Operational when your friends arrive. Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's mainly the main ones for the what was missed. We do have Zemo. I think Zemo would have been cool with his purple mask,
Yes.
either as a print or a helmet, because the minifigure would look like comic or the movie version in a way, if as long as they include the mask. So I think that was a big missed opportunity. And then we had classic Loki, which would be also an amazing one. So
This character is so amazing in the show. I thought when the idea was first like, what? Why would you do this? But the execution was just so good, and performance and everything, and the costume, even though it's like kind of cheesy, it really worked for this character. And you could definitely do something like this. I think we have had kind of classic style Lokis before. Kind of based on more on the comics side, but nothing quite to this level.
Yeah, never with like an older face print. So that would be cool.
No.
And yeah, I've rewatched this episode. So this and the final episode, I've seen them so many times. They're so good. I'm okay. I don't think this is a huge missed opportunity, but it would have been a cool one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Awesome.
So that's it for what we think was missed out on. What if we're going with the trajectory that the first wave did? It's only Disney Plus TV shows. So we know what Disney Plus TV shows are coming out, right? The first one of the year is Moon Knight, is rumored to be the first one coming out this 2022. So Moon Knight minifigure would be so dope. We don't know what his costume will look like, but there was like leaked images. We don't know if they're real. They probably were real, but it still looked really cool. So I think Moon Knight is a shoo-in if they were to do a season 2.
For sure. Oh yeah, it would be such a unique, cool figure. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I don't think we ever got a Moon Knight figure in the first place. So
no, we've never had one.
Yeah, that's like a shoo-in, moneymaker, awesome, dope. We know probably the next most exciting show. It's not really the only one I'm excited for is Moon Knight, unfortunately. But Daniel knows how much I love She-Hulk, the character.
Too much, maybe.
You know how much I love She-Hulk, Red She-Hulk, all the female Hulks. Because they're so dope. They're so empowering, and they're sexy, etc. We won't get into it. But the She-Hulk TV show does not look like it will do the character justice, in my opinion. I'll have to wait and see. We have gotten a She-Hulk minifigure in the past, and a Red She-Hulk. But that would probably be a shoo-in for a Disney Plus She-Hulk minifigure.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Not a big fig because she looks just like regular size. I don't know. I'm not.
Well, we have had a She-Hulk minifigure before. If you remember, in the Red Hulk versus regular Hulk battle set, it came with a Red She-Hulk and a She-Hulk.
Yeah, I did mention that we did get both those already. But
you did mention
they are kind of basic, so we see a little bit of her new suit in the teaser, so it could be more detailed. Could be a cool figure to have, because you don't have to think about the TV show. You could just think about... That's what I like about White Vision. I could think about comics White Vision rather than WandaVision White Vision.
Definitely.
Moon Knight and She-Hulk both be shoo-ins. Miss Marvel just barely got a new figure in these junior sets, so we don't need a new one for her. Okay.
It's inevitable, though. It'll happen. I mean, I don't know how they'll make it look like. Probably more similar to the very first Miss Marvel figure we got, but it's just slightly altered for the show.
Like with the long arms? Because
no, I don't think.
It's rumored that
because that's not her power.
yeah, she's not gonna have, she's gonna have light construct powers. Okay, whatever that means, which is so dumb.
So she can have like a translucent fist as her prop.
Great, can't wait. So yeah, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, pretty much the shoe-ins. At the next shoe-in, Kate Bishop.
I'd be really surprised if we don't get a Kate Bishop one soon, just with Hawkeye and everything being recent and her probably leading into, who knows, Young Avengers or something in the future.
You know, Young Avengers. She could be the new Hawkeye and the new Avengers. But yeah, they probably want to hit New Avengers first with what they're doing. She'll probably be the one who rounds them up. Kate Bishop, I think will be a cool figure for sure. I don't love Haley Steinfeld, but I think she does an okay job of portraying her in the show. Regardless, I was wondering if you thought it'd be cool to have a new Hawkeye minifigure based on the Hawkeye TV show. I don't know how different it would be, but maybe it might be cool to have a new Hawkeye.
I mean, the new Hawkeye episode comes out tonight, and it's probably where he gets his new costume made by the LARPers.
Right, I forgot. Yeah, he has the new purple costume.
Exactly. So I think that would look really good. He does have a purple-ish costume that it came in a set before, but this new one looks to be a lot better. Like his Civil War suit, it looks pretty good, but I think you could definitely go the extra mile and
Yeah,
do it more justice to how he looks in the show.
I mean, I would prefer like the classic Hawkeye with the hawk with the whole mask and everything, but whatever. Echo, I don't know if this is in the show, if Echo's in her final uniform, of how she looks. Because it wouldn't be too cool of a minifigure if it's just kind of like, she's kind of regular clothes. But still, Echo is cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's going to have her own TV show, so they'll probably hold off on that until she might get her final outfit or whatever. Yelena, I think they have Yelena figures with the Black Widow sets that came out. There's like two Black Widow sets.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But the stealth suit is awesome. That's really accurate to her Black Widow look in the comic. So that would be cool. I don't think that would be done.
I can see it. Like she's another one of these characters like Kate Bishop that we'll probably end up seeing more of. So whether she comes in a CMF or just in a regular set, I think it's very likely.
Okay.
It's good.
So that is, I think, I like the shoe-ins. Like Echo and Yelena, we're not really like shoe-ins. But like the side characters of these shows, like who their villains could be. Like She-Hulk's going to have Titania as the villain. So maybe that could be a cool figure. And we'll just have to see who the side characters are. But if there were including non-Disney Plus characters to the Marvel CMF, here are the ones that I think would be cool from the past that might have been missed out.
Okay.
Shang Chi was done dirty. His minifigure is not a detailed version of his minifigure would be awesome.
Definitely.
Same goes for Wenwu, his dad. So Shang Chi and Wenwu would both be amazing in that format, I think.
Like white suit, button-up suit, Wenwu. That would be dope. Even though that's not his final form, whatever. That'd be awesome.
He has no white
button-ups. Yeah, but he's in the movie wearing his white suit with the cut-off sleeves so he can have the rings. It's a very iconic look.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise,
he kills
it's like
the mob member, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, his final outfit's pretty fire too, because he has like a tunic with the shoulder pads and everything. Will be fire. Whiplash from Iron Man 2. Am I alone in this assessment?
No, I'm surprised that hasn't been done before. I mean, it wouldn't be the craziest, but you could do some cool stuff with the electrified whips and everything. That'd be awesome.
It'll be a cool figure. Malakith from Thor 2. Now, Whiplash and Malakith, they're both like pretty. Oh, I'd say Malakith's a terrible villain. So like that, like just generic. I'm gonna destroy everything in the darkness. But I think it'd be a cool minifigure. Same with Whiplash. Okay. Now, for upcoming projects that we know, these minifigures would be awesome. Upcoming MCU, non-Disney Plus. Doc Ock from Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
Electro from Spider-Man No Way Home.
Looks very similar to Whiplash from the trailers.
Wow. Green Goblin from Spider-Man No Way Home. Because what that Doc Ock and Green Goblin will literally be like the past Spider-Man movies as well as the new Spider-Man movies, so it'll be like just amazing.
I know, iconic.
Wow, we never got a Lizard minifigure. He's in Lego Marvel
that's
Superheroes
one idea.
as a big fig, but yeah.
Would you want him with a snout or without a snout?
If it's based on a movie, I'd want it to look like how he does in a movie. So if he has no snout, then that's how it is. I prefer the comic version, but yeah. So those Spider-Man villains as CMF figures would be crazy. I don't know if that ever happened. They'll probably just get movie type sets in the future if there is any. But that would be just beyond fire. If they were smart, they would do that. But it's not. It's like White Vision sold already. So why do they need to be? Why do they need to put more effort into it? Can we mention Kang? He's gonna be Ant-Man 3. That would be amazing. Ant-Man 3 is also gonna have Cassie Lang, Ant-Man's daughter, who will become Stature, part of the Young Avengers. She might get a cool suit. We know Jane Foster is becoming Thor, the mighty Thor, in Thor 4. I think that figure's a must-have. Jane Foster Thor. It's really iconic.
Oh yeah.
And we know Neymar is coming in Black Panther 2.
Is that confirmed?
Yes, he was cast.
Wow, that will be amazing.
So, yeah, Namor, Atlantis and Wakanda are always having conflicts, and he might be probably the main antagonist. So yeah, Namor is just it's like the second Marvel hero ever created, and we don't have a minifigure of it. We don't even have like a Human Torch minifigure, and that's just outrageous to me. So that's all the MCU ones I think would be cool, old and upcoming. Is there anything I missed?
A solid list. No, I can't think of anything. Any big oversight?
Yellow Jacket did get a decent minifigure. I couldn't add him.
Yep.
But yeah.
You could do. Red Guardian did get a minifigure, didn't he?
Red Guardian did. His shield was a little weird. The Black
Oh, yeah,
Order,
that's right.
if we're talking about characters that have been done, but were done dirty, the Black Order, Ebony
Yeah,
Moth,
definitely.
though a detailed figure of that would be amazing. Corvus Glaive, Proxima Midnight, Cole Obsidian would probably have to be a big fig. So many have been done dirty that it's just, I could go on.
Yeah. So much potential, though. Still so much potential.
Anyways, that's what we think will be in a Marvel CMF Part 2, if they did a Wave 2. I guess I could end it off. I did compile a list of overall Marvel figures for Marvel Comics that I think are deserving of a minifigure. It would be a cool minifigure, but somehow we don't have them. Squirrel Girl. I'm a big Squirrel Girl fan. Doctor Doom we did get, but it looked ugly. We need a new Doctor Doom. We need a Namor figure, whether it's from the movie or the classic Namor. We need the Fantastic Four by now. Oh my gosh, especially Human Torch. Mr. Fantastic, give him the stretchy arms. I don't care. Invisible Woman, make her legs half translucent. The Thing, make him a big fig. Who cares? Luke Cage is awesome. How hard would that take? I think maybe they did do Luke Cage minifigure, if I'm not mistaken. But come on, guys. A new one with maybe the wrist gauntlets, something. Morbius, he's in like Marvel Superheroes. His figure looks terrible. Make a cool figure of him. He has a movie coming out. Apocalypse is a huge X-Men villain. Magneto did have a minifigure. We need a new one, guys. Okay. Quicksilver, super iconic, always part of the Avengers. He's Magneto's Scarlet Witch's sister. He's Magneto's son. We need a classic Quicksilver. Phoenix, Jean Grey. Wouldn't that be awesome? Speaking of X-Men, Cyclops. We did have a Cyclops, but we need a new one, guys. Deadpool, we did get one.
Jane Grey did appear as a Comic-Con exclusive figure, which those are possible. It's goes for $300-$400 on
Yeah, why don't I
this thing.
just get Deadpool, the Howard Duck Deadpool at this rate? Like, really, guys? These Comic Con exclusives doesn't even count.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer minifigure. Please, guys, I'm almost done. Dormammu would be fire. We already have the fire headpiece with freaking Ghost Rider. He's
A
iconic.
non-MCU version, like the comic version, he looks so cool.
Yeah, just the classic Dormammu. I'm talking about the comic appearances for all these ones, but yeah, Dormammu was kind of weird in the movie. Whatever. Bishop and Cable, especially Cable, super iconic. One of those figures be fire. Gambit. Nova, we did get a Nova with the first Daily Bugle, but he looked pretty bad. Baron Zemo, the comic version or the movie version, either one. My personal favorite, Noel, the God of Symbiotes, would be the Dream set, Lego set.
So yeah, I mean, as Marvel is going to make movies or whatever, all of these at some point, and Lego's just gonna make more of them. Like they're making a Fantastic Four movie. They own X-Men now. Like we're gonna see all these figures. The question is just like, hopefully they get the attention that they need. And the problem with making such amazing S tier figures for the CMF is now it's like everything's gonna be compared against that. So if we ever get another more Marvel figures, it's like, well, how come it's not as nice as the stuff we got? Like Zombie Captain America is like the pinnacle of Lego Marvel minifigs, even though it's kind of like actually it's a pretty terrible character in What If, but that's the problem.
You're
So
so
hopefully
right.
all of these.
Like, is yeah, like some of these. Like, for example, T'Challa Star-Lord. Sure, that's quirky and great, and you might love that episode, but that character is just nothing compared to Doctor Doom.
Well, it's just funny that like characters like White Vision have received more love from Lego than, yeah, like Doctor Doom or even MCU characters. Like I still feel like there isn't a really great Thor figure, even though he's like one of the main Avengers.
Yeah, the
It's
Thor
just weird.
figures. The best one has been Fat Thor so far, sadly, and yeah. So, um, it's about some of the movie sets aren't bad. These new Spider-Man No Way Home sets, even though it's the like Vulture Mysterio, that black suit Spider-Man figure is actually really nice. Black and gold suit Spider-Man. So the movie sets can have nice figures, and they should continue to do that for most of these. I guess that's why we're making this video, is to maybe try to bring awareness to this and complain and whine. But seriously, guys, White Vision.
It's because we love it.
Yeah, yeah, sure. White Vision over Magneto, Doctor Doom, Apocalypse. Guys, Human Torch, guys. He hasn't had a figure. He was the first Marvel, before they even called Marvel, the first character.
Well, we will get figures of all of these, guaranteed. Like, I don't know about Noel, the god of symbiotes, but every one of these other ones, I'm sure we'll get.
And we better get them, and they better be good, is what I'm saying. Because these characters are beloved characters.
Yeah, well, figure. Okay, so we have a couple big figs just to end this with. MODOK, we already have MODOK, Matt, so
I
we
just
don't need
wanted
more
to.
MODOK.
I just want
We're
more
good.
Modoc. I just
We're
want more Modoc.
good.
Bro, come on, I just want some more Modoc.
Why is MODOK the worst character in all of fiction? So
You're
ugly.
tripping. Modoc is
Oh,
the
I
greatest.
cannot stand him.
No, Modoc's great. We need more Modoc figures, guys.
If we get Kingpin, that would be amazing. Now that he's hinted at in Hawkeye, we could be seeing more of him in Lego. Colossus, well, Colossus and Juggernaut would both be cool, but they're both tied up with Deadpool right now, and Lego doesn't do R-rated stuff. The Thing, yeah, you mentioned the Thing. Rhino, Well, we're getting Rhino kind of minifig this year, but a big fig could be nice. And Big Wheel, the best
The
minifig, the best character.
honorable mentions of the episode are Big Wheel and 8 Ball. It's some of
These
our
are the best.
favorite Marvel characters.
I believe they're both the Spider-Man villains, right?
Hey man, do what you gotta do. So we'll end on Big Wheel and 8 Ball. I'm a big fan of their designs. But yeah, literally guys, a Kingpin Big Fig. Please guys. Am I asking for too much? He's in Lego Marvel Heroes as a Big Fig. Just make a
Wow.
molds, guys, of the big plastic molds. And just do it.
You hate big figs.
If it was Kingpin, I would not hate the Big Fig. Okay. What's the best picture of Big Wheel? Probably this one.
That
So,
one, yeah.
here we are. Big
I
Wheel.
hope this is on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Put like a great, one of the best fig characters like this one, and then maybe one of the lesser characters like Agatha.
Okay, I'll put
That
him in.
way.
I'll put him in S tier, and I'll put like Doctor Doom, Magneto, and like a FF tier. So yeah, Big Wheel is great.
Gosh,
That's Daniel's choice for a Lego. That could be a whole Lego set, actually. Actually, we have Nija's
That would be.
fighting, but Nija's
can't
fighting.
believe you brought that up.
I feel like this minifigure wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't be too bad. You just get an orb piece and print it and put it on his head.
No, literally, the piece they use for Mysterio's minifigure, just use that, mold it in black, and put an 8 on it. Like, it's done.
I could probably make a custom one because I also used the Punisher black and white dual molded legs.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Um,
Dual molded arms and legs and slap a bowling ball on his
Oh
head.
yes, this is my personal favorite, guys. 8 Ball. His origins are funny. Look up 8 Ball. Anyway, sorry if this was just me rambling on and on, but I'm very passionate about this, and it's all in good love because we're so grateful for what we've gotten with this first CMF and the other great Marvel figures. Like Daredevil, he's not detailed, but he gets the job done.
Punisher also in the Daily Bugle. That's
Punisher,
awesome.
Black
Blade.
Cat, Blades, yeah. They're
That's
great.
pretty cool. They've done so much for us.
And
we
we've
love
done
them.
nothing to them except give them our
We
money.
give them, yeah.
Regardless. Any closing thoughts?
No more MODOK.
No more Modoc and no more Ninjago.
And no more Ninjago 4 Plus. No, Ninjago 4 Plus, that's fine. It is okay. We can skip a wave here or there. It's okay.
Just skip the whole Ninjago wave and Monkey Kid.
No, Monkey Kid's the best theme right now.
I'm trolling. No, I would say it's the best thing, but we got Spidey and his amazing friends. So.
I'm talking like consistent set quality. That's the only theme that has consistent set quality.
Yeah. Spidey and his amazing friend is consistent throughout the whole wave.
Consistently lame. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's just fine.
Toxic. Anyways, hit that big red subscribe button. Do you see that big red subscribe button? It's just down there. Can you just slap that big red subscribe button? And can you ring the little bell for notifications as well? Make sure you leave down a comment in the comment section. Slap that like button.
You're toxic for that.
Alright. Bye-bye now.